So I had to finish a few things. It's midnight here. Good morning. Most of you, it's morning. Okay, let's see who is here. I think some of you may not be on anymore. Good morning, Joram. Good morning, Omar. Good morning, Frederick, Doreen, Janet, La Cassandra, Charles, Wasaja, Taskin, Kasim Wendy is here too. Kathy, Moonlight. Welcome. I don't know how many of you are now listening, but I really have to do this. It's midnight here. I had to deal with 2 emergencies, so I couldn't sit here until I had finished them. And let's see. How many are, I think I'm going to ask you to type. Say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Because I see people who are here. I don't know who is here, really, right now. Put I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, so I know who is listening. I'm about to start reading the book. And you know what we do. For those of you who are watching it later, it's about the book, the Cashflow Quadrant. We've been studying the book, and we come to the end. Not like the real end, but at the end of it, Robert Kiyosaki gives us steps. He calls them 7 steps to finding your financial fast track. And been covering these steps. And I gave myself a deadline of finishing this book by Thursday. That's why we're doing morning and night. It's morning and night, but for me it's actually the same day. I do it in my morning and my night. For you, it's evening and morning. Okay, so I was here earlier, and we got to step number 4. We are continuing with step number 4, and the way we do it, I go through the points, you listen, and then afterwards, I ask a few questions. 3 questions. Those are also the things I was preparing. So 3 questions. Anyone who wins gets 5 people. The first 5 people to answer correctly, give them $5 each. Okay, then we continue to the next question, and the next question is fun. So sorry, but I'm here. And it's midnight my time. 11 minutes past midnight. Okay, for those of you watching me and you're part of the emergencies I was dealing with, I'll join you again after. After this, let's first finish this. Okay, is my timekeeper here? Doreen, let's give it some time. Let me first know, is there anyone who must leave within 1 hour, who cannot be here a whole hour? If you cannot be here a whole hour, put in the chat. I don't have 1 hour. So with time, making sure we finish before you go. But you have to give us at least 45 minutes. Anyone who doesn't have 45 minutes, in fact, I should change it. Anyone who doesn't have 45 minutes. Anyone? Okay, we have Don and Kathy. Both of you can be timekeepers. But Kathy, you have not been reliable, so I've been using. Doreen has been doing the needed job and doing a good job too. Okay, anyone who doesn't have 45 minutes and is here in the chat. If you can't have 45 minutes, I would request an hour, because this book needs to be, we have to finish it. That's my goal, is to finish it, and to be able to be in line to finish it. We need a whole hour tonight. Okay, everyone has an hour. If all of you have an hour, let's put 20 minutes on the clock. I'm about to start reading. So put 20 minutes, let's see. In fact, not 20, less. Do 17. 17 maximum for reading. I think I'll finish before that. Okay, do 17. I'm looking at the clock here. That will take us to 30, right? I should be done, I think. Okay, ready? Put ready. I'm about to start reading. So continuation of step 4. We already finished step 3, and step number 1 was mind your own business. Number 2 was take control of your cash flow. Number 3 was know the difference between risk and risky. We are on number 4. Number 4 is decide what kind of investor you want to be. Please, all this is real life. Real life. People pay a lot of money to go to get financial advisors, and those financial advisors don't even give them this kind of advice. So please pay attention. Make a notebook. Most of you are young people, but put a note. Maybe you look at these notes later. Where if things don't go right for you, say, I wonder what that book had said. Okay, you go back and say, it said, have an income and expenses recorded, go invest. You know those things we went through yesterday? And then maybe at that time you'll do it. But I'm hoping you're going to do it now. Like what he's saying, you keep it in mind now. Okay, ready? Only 3 people ready? What's going on with everyone? I think I said good morning to you. Some of you had not arrived. Except and Kathy. Good morning, Aula. Good morning, Musa Rwanga. Good morning, Frederick. Good morning. Joram, I said good morning. Sandra, I did. All of you. Oh. Still, I see a few readies. I see some people left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, be ready, because if you don't listen to everything I'm saying, then you can't win the money. Okay? If you're all ready, I'm going to read. Remember, it's a continuation of step number 4, which is decide what kind of investor you want to be. And we talked about, in fact, I need to remind you, we already talked about the 3. We even answered the question yesterday. He said, you are choosing from these, you are choosing? Okay, these are the 3 types of investors. We covered them yesterday. Just a review. Don't expect questions on this today. Please, no questions on the type of investors. We did it already yesterday. He said type A, those are investors who seek problems. Type B, investors who seek answers. And C are those who seek an expert, and he puts an expert in quotes, which means they're not even experts, to tell them what to do. Excuse me. So, he described what these mean, all 3. Hopefully, you remember. And those who were not here yesterday, you have to watch the one before this one, because we went in detail what those 3 experts, those 3 are, what they do, how they behave. Now I'm moving on. Welcome to that's a new one. Okay, welcome Ali. That's a new, you are not here, you just arrived. Welcome. I'm about to read, and the reading is taking us through. I'm finishing that step number 4, and I'm going to just go to number 5 just to define, because number 5 is part of my question tonight. So that's a tip. I'm finishing 4. I'm starting 5 a little bit, then I'll end. Okay? He says, after he finished defining type A investor, where we ended yesterday, so now he says, how to get on the fast track faster. Remember, we had already defined the rat race and the fast track. And we voted here that we are almost all of us are in the rat race. You are still circling around. Nothing is changing. Every month to month, we're just surviving. So how do you get on the fast track faster? According to Robert Kiyosaki. I'm starting to read. If you start small and learn to solve problems, you'll gain immense wealth as you become better and better at solving problems. For those who wish to acquire assets faster, again emphasize this need to first learn the skills of the B and I quadrants. I'm assuming every one of you knows what the B and I is. If you need a reminder, E and S on the left, employees, self-employed people, E for employees on the left, S for self-employed and small business owners. Both are on the left. All of those 3 are on the left. Then on the right, we have a large business owner and an investor. A large business owner is the one who owns the business, but they can leave this business and come back and may find it even better than when they left it. That means if you work in your business and you can't leave, you are already there, stuck there, you are just a small business owner. You are not a business owner, a large business owner. A large business owner can go on vacation and the business will be fine. So that's the difference. Don't confuse the two. We call ourselves business owners. Actually, we are not. We are not we're not on the right. We are still on the left, okay? So I stopped there for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. He says, for those who wish to acquire assets faster, I again emphasize the need to first learn the skills of the B and I. Those are on the right, the large business and the investors. I recommend learning how to build a business first because it provides vital educational experience, improves personal skills, provides cash flow to soften the ups and downs of the marketplace, and provides free time. It is the cash flow from my business that bought me the free time to begin looking for financial problems to solve. I'm giving you a clue. When you hear me repeat things, that's where the questions are. When I could be reading important things, but if you don't see me going back and reading them again, don't worry about those. Just understand, but you don't have to remember. Later you can come and watch this video again and find the book. I didn't even mention. You can get the book free audio in the description. It's 1 month free, or you can buy it on Amazon.com, or you can just watch the video that finished. 94 plus all these lives, they're all added in one list. You can go watch. Now, I am giving you a tip. Please don't stress yourself. When I go to an area where there is a question, you will hear me repeating. I will go back and maybe 2 times. If I'm not going back, there is no question, okay? Because there is a lot to remember. Now, this is a short heading he has. Can you be all 3 types of investors? He's asking. Okay, let me remind you, there are 3 kinds of investors. But remember, there's no question here. We did it already. Can you be type A, investor who seeks problems? Type B, the investor who seeks answers? And C, the investor who seeks an expert to tell them what to do? Can you be all those 3? Excuse me. And then he says, in reality, remember the question is, can you be all 3 types of investors? In reality, I operate as all 3 types of investors. In fact, that shocked me when I saw this. That in reality, he does. He says, I'm a type C investor when it comes to mutual funds. And then I'm going to skip because he explains how he does that. Then he says, I'm a type B investor. I seek, as a type B investor, I seek professional answers to my financial problems. Okay, he still elaborates. I'm skipping. And he says, where is he? But of course, in real life, he's a type A investor. Now he's showing you that he can be a B and a C. And I'm not going to repeat that because it's going to confuse you. You may think there's a question. There's no question there. Okay, he says, the advice from my financial advisors is valuable because they know, trust, wills, and insurance far better than I ever will. And then I also give my money to other investors to invest for me. I'm not finishing all whatever I said. He's explaining so much, but he's explaining why he is actually a type B and a type C, although his main type is actually A. Okay, you get that? Maybe we all need to be that. Now I skipped and let's see. I think let me read this because it's going to help you understand how rich people work together. He says, I also give my money to other investors to invest for me. In other words, I partner with other level 4 and level 5 investors in their investments. They are individuals I personally know and trust. If they choose to invest in an area I know nothing about, such as low-income housing or large office buildings, I may choose to give my money to them because I know they are good at what they do and I trust their knowledge. I think this is an important tip By the way, there's no question here. But I think this is important tip. I was reading somewhere about successful people, and they say, wrote that they network like hell. They network like hell. See how you are here? When you are here, I keep saying, chat before I come. Get to know each other. Find each other on Facebook, because you never know. We are all here by listening to this book, by watching what we do here. Your mindset is changing. Although you don't know it, you may not know it, but it's changing. So you'll find that you have the same reasoning than the other people that don't have this knowledge. So when the time comes, maybe for you choose to invest in this and another one in that, you can collaborate. That's what he's explaining. That some of you may be expert in real estate, another one is expert in stocks. Then you can invite your friend. You say, assuming you are now friends, oh, come invest in this one. Or you ask advice on the other one. So please, networking. You need to connect with as many people as you can. Here you may see, that's why sometimes I do premieres. The reason I do premieres of videos, so you get a chance to chat. Now here, you get a chance to chat. You connect with people. As people are chatting, especially when I'm asking questions, you can actually get to know them. You can see the way they reason. Like I got to know Geoffrey. Are you here? Is Geoffrey here? I got to know Geoffrey a lot when we were discussing, what topic was it? The one we done Friday? I got to know Geoffrey a lot. So you see how people answer questions. Then you get to know, you say, you know what? I want to connect with that one. You go find them in Facebook, Instagram. You become friends. Maybe later, you become billionaires together. That was by the way. It's not in the book. That's me talking. Now, so he says, why you should get started quickly. Why you should get started quickly. I read something from there. He says, one of the main reasons I recommend that people find their own financial fast track, one of the main reasons I recommend that people find their own financial fast track quickly and take getting rich seriously is because in America, he was talking about in America and most of the world, there are two sets of rules. One for the rich and one for everyone else. Wow. I'm reading that again, but not because it's a test, there's a question, but because it's important. He says the reason he wants you to start quickly, doing this quickly, because there are two sets of rules. One for the rich and one for everyone else. Although, remember when we discussed, okay, let me see what he says next. Many laws are written against people stuck in the financial rat race. In the world of business and investing, I find it shocking how little the middle class knows when it comes to where these tax dollars are going. Although tax dollars are going to many worthwhile causes, many of the large tax breaks, incentives, and payments are going to the rich, and the middle class pays for them. This discussion he did a long time ago. And he also told us that actually it's not like two sets of rules that are different. It's just that the rich people know how to get those loopholes. I mean, to use the tax law to their advantage. Like creating corporations, you remember? You use corporations. So that's the point he's saying. Start early, because to get to the other side so you can benefit from those advantages in the tax laws. Not that the laws are different, but you benefit if you are behaving or doing things rich people do. Okay. He gives an example. I'm skipping. Now he says, why it's unfair. It's a subtitle. Why it's unfair. Not only do most people on the left side of the cash flow quadrant pay more in personal income tax, but they are also often unable to participate in tax advantaged investments. This may be another reason why the rich get richer. Not only, okay, so why it's unfair. Not only do most people on the left side of the cash flow quadrant pay more in personal income tax, but they are also often unable to participate in the tax advantaged investments. This may be another reason why the rich get richer. That's sad. He said, I know it's unfair, and I understand both sides of the story. I have met people who protest and write letters to the editor of their newspapers or try to change the system by running for political office. I say it's much easier to simply mind your own business, take control of your cash flow, find your own financial fast track, and get rich. It's easier to change yourself than to change the political system. That's him. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So you feel mad, you go run for office, things will never change. They vote here, they have a system. Now that's the by the way. 50, you know they have the Senate, it has 50 and 50. 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans. The only difference is the vice president becomes vote number 51 for the person. For example, I'm just mentioning America now. They have 50 Democrats and 50 Republicans. Now when they come to voting, they have the equal votes. And now the only tie break, the one who unties that break is the vice president. So the vice president is the president of the Senate. Now I'm talking American politics. Now that one comes and breaks the tie. So can you imagine if you're passionate about something and you come, you think you're going to change anything, they're 50-50. They say 50-50. So if the tiebreaker is not on your side, you can't win. So politics will take you forever to change anything. That's me ranting. Okay, we are continuing. Now he says, problems lead to opportunities. Problems lead to opportunities. And he says, Linda, I was about to say Linda, because that's Uganda. So I think I have to read all of it for you to follow his thinking. He says, years ago, remember the title is Problems Lead to Opportunities. I thought I could skip. I think I can't skip. Years ago, Rich Dad encouraged me to develop my skills as a business owner and investor, and then participate and then practice solving problems. For years, that's all I have done. I solve business and investment problems. Some people prefer to call them challenges, but I like to call them problems because that's what they are for the most part. I think people like the word challenges more than problems because they think one word sounds more positive than the other. But I think that the word problem has a positive meaning. I know that inside every problem lies an opportunity, and opportunities are what real investors are after. And with every financial or business problem I address, regardless of whether I solve the problem or not, I wind up learning something new about finance, marketing, people, or legal affairs. I often meet new people who become invaluable assets on other projects. Many have become lifelong friends, which is a priceless bonus. A question is going to come from this section. I'm going to read it again. He says, I think people, remember the subtitle is Problems Lead to Opportunities. And then he says, I think I'm skipping, but I'm going where the area where the question is going to come, and please be attentive. I think people like the word challenges more than problems because they think one word sounds more positive than the other. But I think that the word problem has a positive meaning. I know that inside every problem lies an opportunity, and opportunities are what real investors are after. And with every financial or business problem I address, regardless of whether I solve the problem or not, when I wind up learning something new about finance, marketing, people, or legal affairs. There's a question somewhere there. Okay, that's another heading. Find your fast track. So far, those of you who want to find your financial track, start by his reviewing. You don't need to remember this, but we're just reviewing. I just reviewed for you earlier, now he's doing it again. Mind your own business, number 1. Number 2, take control of your cash flow. Number 3, know the difference between risk and risky. Number 4, know the difference between type A, type P, and type B and C investors. Those are the points he covered. He's reviewing here. So he says, to get on the financial fast track, become an expert at solving a certain type of problem. Do not diversify like type B investors are advised to do. Become an expert in at solving one type of problem, and people will come to you with money to invest. Then you are good and trustworthy. You reach your financial fast track more quickly. I'm going to review, not because there's a question, but because it's important. Because he's saying, do not diversify. And I remember even in my motivation, I talk about people who say focus, focus, focus. Because focus on one thing and master it. He's saying master solving one problem. And then people are going to run with money, bring money to you to invest. Okay, I'm skipping a big part of this. Then I'm reading. I'm like concluding, but he was explaining and giving examples and saying, so to become rich quicker, remember the whole, he was telling us how to do this faster. To become rich quicker, become a student of the skills needed by a business owner and investor. Seek to solve bigger problems, because inside big problems lie huge financial opportunities. That's why I recommend becoming a B business owner, a B first before becoming an I. We had long discussions about that. He always said, learn, master business first before you invest. You learn to invest because when you are an investor, you are actually investing in businesses. So you know when a business is run good or run bad because you have the experience. That's just me now. So if you master solving business problems, you will have excess cash flow, and your knowledge of business will make you a much smarter investor. I've said it many times before, but it's worth saying again. Many people come to the I quadrant hoping that investing will solve their financial problems. In most cases, it does not. Investing only makes their financial problems worse if they are not already sound business owners. Okay, there is no scarcity of financial problems. In fact, there is one right around the corner from you, waiting to be solved. I'm going to read a part of this again because there is a question. He says, to become rich quicker, become a student of the skills needed by a business owner and investor. I'm checking my question to see if what I'm saying is correct. Sorry. I'm checking the questions. No, I think I didn't take the question, but I read it anyway. There's no question, but it's important. It's an important part. Let me read it again, but there's no question. Okay. To become rich, remember? That's why we are here. We want to learn. To become rich quicker, become a student of the skills needed by a business owner and investor. Seek to solve bigger problems. Because inside big problems lie huge financial opportunities. That's why I recommend becoming a B first before becoming an I. If you master solving big business problems, you'll have excess cash flow, and your knowledge of business will make you a much smarter investor. Okay, I think I'll stop there. There's no question. And he says take action. Now he's giving you points to take action for those of you who want to make notes, and then that will end. How are we doing with the time? Oh, welcome, Angelo. You know, I was reading. Time. I didn't even see that. No, we can have a few more minutes. I didn't have to finish this. I ask again, who has to leave in less than 30 minutes? Let me, I'm checking you now because I'm deciding if I don't continue to stop where I plan to stop, we will not finish this book on Thursday, and I want to finish it. Okay, so who has less than 30 minutes? Put in the chat. Who has less than 30 minutes? Has to go somewhere, something huge is happening, an emergency. If you all have 30 minutes, I'm going to stop where I plan to stop, okay? He's saying take action. If you have that place where you put your notes, turn to note, because these are real life steps. But I'm going to skip because some of these things are not relevant to where you are. They are not. So he says, take action. Number one, there is no question here, by the way. I'm just naming. Get educated in investing. And he says, but he's talking to rich people, I guess. We are not there. So he says, each week, do at least 2 of the following. Attend the financial seminar, classes, look for sales signs. Now, for those people who want to do real estate, he's saying, go find people who are selling things. Just look, just go around and see what is out there, what is being sold. And then he says, practice calculating, like to see if it's profitable. I don't know that any one of you is interested in properties. Is there anyone who wants to deal in your estate right now in the chat? You know he likes real estate a lot. Then he's saying meet with several stockbrokers and listen to the companies they recommend for stock buys, those who want to invest in stocks. And then he's also said subscribe to investment newsletters. Remember we discussed that yesterday. Continue to read, attend seminars, watch financial TV programs, and play the cash flow game. Okay, that's action. Then he says, get educated on business. That was for investors. Start learning about stocks and all that stuff and properties. And then he says, get educated. That's number 2. Get educated in business. He said, meet with several business brokers to see what existing business are for sale in your area. Do you know people buy businesses? Do you know that you could actually buy a business? You may think it's impossible. Actually, it's possible. Let me give you an example. I own a cleaning company here. So if I wanted my company to become big, you know what I would do? I would go and buy all those small ones that are starting. They have a few accounts here, a few accounts here. You go and buy all of them. Then you control the whole area. That's one way rich people make money. But of course, you have to have investors with you. Maybe I come and say, all of you, let's combine, come invest in my business. I'm going to buy all the cleaning companies around here, and then I control the whole area. They do that. So she's saying, meet with several business brokers to see what existing businesses are for sale in your area. So I could go around and see who is failing their cleaning. I buy it from them. And those are not even hard to buy because there's not much to invest in a cleaning business. They have vacuums and whatever, and most of vehicles are the bigger investment. But I would have to pay them a fee because they are signing over the accounts they have. They have to tell those people they've been cleaning that, you know what, I'm selling it. Maybe some of them agree to join my company. So you negotiate, but it'll be cheap actually to buy it. Okay, and then he says, attend another one. That was A. B, attend a network marketing seminar to learn about its business system. I recommend researching at least 3 different network marketing companies. Whoa. Okay, attend now. For me out there, I would say come and trying to understand affiliate marketing. That's what I would replace that with. Attend business opportunity conventions. Yeah, there's one going on right now. You hear me talk about Legendary Marketer? They are near convention right now as I'm speaking. They went to Florida. I didn't go. Okay, and then it says, actually you learn a lot. You get to meet all those gurus. It says subscribe to business newspapers, magazines, and other types of communications. We talked about that yesterday. Now, I'm reading one more paragraph here so we can start step 5. Step 5 is seek mentors. Is it mentors or mentors? depending on where you are. Some people call them mentors, some call them mentors. So that's number 5, step number 5, but I'm doing just a little bit of it, and that's where we'll end the reading. So who said me? Was it about the time or what? I have to finish this. I'm reading just here, then we'll get to the questions. Step number 5, seek mentors. Mentors, let me type it here because different people say it different. Mentors. And he has, he always likes to start. This is chapter 15, by the way. I just finished the chapter. He likes to put like a quote on top of these when he starts new chapters. So he says, seek mentors, step 5. A mentor or mentor is someone who tells you what's important and what is not important. Oh, okay. That's simple. A mentor or mentor is someone who tells you what's important and what's not important. Says, leave that alone. Okay. Now he says, who guides you to places you have never been to before? A mentor is someone who tells you what's important and what's not important. He's like repeating himself. Now, mentors tell us what's important. It's a subheading. And then he says, he has like a diagram and says the following financial statement from the Cashflow board game was created by me to be a mentor. So he's saying that his Cashflow Quadrant game is like a mentor, someone who guides you, but this is just a game, okay? And he says, my highly educated but poor dad, you know his dad had a PhD, but he calls him poor. That's very interesting. He was highly educated but poor. My highly educated but poor dad thought that a job with a high salary was important and that buying your dream home was important. He also believed in paying bills fast and living below your means. I feel like chatting with you right now. Do you believe that having a high salary job is important and buying a big, buying your dream home is important? You know, that's how Robert was criticized at the beginning. Because he said that those things were not important and people could not understand why he would say that. That having a job that pays you really high and having a big home are those are bad things. They didn't like it when he said that. You believe that what? That's important? Important to have a high paying job and a big house? That's what his dad did. But he was a poor dad. Okay, he said, and then my rich dad, remember I just talked about his educated dad. Maybe I need to read it again. There's no question here, but I'll read it again. My highly educated but poor dad thought that a job with a high salary was important and that buying your dream home was important. He also believed in paying bills first and living below your means. Paying bills first and living below your... Remember, that's a poor dad. And then let's go to the rich dad. My rich dad taught me to focus on passive income and spend my time acquiring assets that that provide passive or long-term residual income. He did not believe in living below your means. To his son and me, he often said, instead of living below your means, focus on expanding your means. Okay. To do that, he recommended that we focus on building the asset column and increasing our passive income from capital gain, dividends, residual income from businesses, rental income from real estate, and royalties. Okay, he said, I'm finishing by the way. Both dads served as strong mentors for me as I grew up. The fact that I chose to follow the financial advice of my rich dad did not lessen the impact that my poor dad had on me. I would not be who I am today without the strong influence of both of these men. So I'm going to stop there, but there is, remember he put a diagram, and let me read. He has some big block notes in these, what he put here. He said, he was showing the importance, like the poor dad emphasized salary. Poor dad thought the salary area of the financial statement was important. And then he showed the other side, that passive income, one income is high, but it's salary. The other income is high, but it's passive income. So, passive income. Rich Dad taught me that in interest, dividends, and real estate business areas are important if you want to be rich. The important point here is passive income is more important. Passive income and all those dividends, real estate and business income, all that money is more important than a high salary. And that's a huge lesson, because most people, when they finish school, they want to go get that job that gives them high salaries. Now, let me ask you a simple question before I go to the real questions. Why is a high salary a bad thing? How can a high salary be a bad thing if you're comparing it to money you get from a business or from rental properties or stuff like that, passive income? Respond to that, please. But those are not the official questions. Why is having a high salary, how can it be a disadvantage? Please respond to that, so we see that we are really learning the lessons. I just discussed what he just told us, why his dad ended up being poor, the PhD guy. Why is a high salary, how can it be a disadvantage? I'm about to read the questions, by the way, the final question we do. But answer that. That's a free question. No one is responding. If someone offered you a high salary job right now, don't you think it's a good thing? Why would it be a bad thing? I mean, compared to someone else offering you money from a rental property, or you invested in a business. No one is responding. What's going on? Doreen, why would you give that example? Why do you give that answer, Doreen? Why would you give that answer? You have to defend it. See, it's good that we're discussing this. We have to, especially Doreen. It's good that you removed your answer. It's good that you did. I can understand if Sherifa asked that question, because she's not been with us long enough. A high salary is a bad thing. It can be a bad thing. And someone gave, I think, one of the best answers, although I'm expecting people like Fred to analyze it even more. There is one huge disadvantage that Robert has been emphasizing here. Who gives the answer? Let's see. You have nice answers, although there is a huge disadvantage that no one has mentioned. Do you know the huge advantage that I expected someone like Fred to give? Fred, give something that Robert says the reason why you need corporations is to do with those high salaries. What's the answer? All this is good, by the way. And in fact, I'm surprised that you all, the person who talked about being, okay, it kills creativity, that's very good. And now, Sherifa, listen to how we discuss this, because you are new to the community. It makes you rely on it alone, and that will become a habit. You feel you good. Yeah, that's good analysis too. And then the salary, the drug they give you, forget about your dreams. I love that. And then Kathy says, think it's bad because everyone thinks you got it. By everyone I mean, specifically I mean those who live beyond their means. So they come and ask for it or what? Okay, it blinds you to take on more spending. Remember, discuss all that. But it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Why is it not sustainable? If they give it to you until retirement, you know what happened to his rich dad, by the way, his poor dad? You know what happened to him? He lost the job. He lost the job because he ran. He ran to compete in the politics. He went in politics and lost the job. Okay. The government, yes, that's what I was looking for. Moonlight, you got it. Yes, that's what I was looking for. That's the first big disadvantage of a high salary. It's the taxes. They take 50%, it's gone. You know, I used to work in the Uganda Revenue Authority. When it first started in Uganda, we were the first people. Let me tell you something. It used to be called Ministry of Finance. And I was a finance officer when I first left Makerere University. So they were giving me 34,000. 34,000? The one that's not even enough for lunch? That used to be my salary every month. So when you got it, you could not even buy dinner. 34,000. But of course, when I started working, that was 1990, I think 1990, what? 91, when I was still in finance. So they brought Uganda Revenue Authority. I'm telling you this, it's very, very important. Please listen. I was getting 34,000. They created Uganda Revenue Authority because they wanted to stop corruption and they separated it from finance. So they gave us 1 million. I was a finance officer from 34,000 to 1 million Uganda shillings. How much is that? What's the percentage of that? But guess what they did? They were taking 50% in taxes. So I was getting a net of about 500,000, but they gave me 1 million on the paper when I was signing. It was in the news. Oh, these people are rich, they're rich, but they were taking all of it in taxes. So now, if you think a high salary is good, it's not. That's the example. Because I lived it, I saw it. They say they give you 1 million and then later the net is actually 500 something. That's the problem. So please, listen to what Robert is teaching. Is so important. They take it in taxes. Okay. Did you get the point there? From me, it happened to me. And it's still happening to those people, the ones who are there. Now they increased it. I understand they're given 3 million, whatever, but they take it. They take it in taxes. Yes. Okay. Time for questions. There are only 3. Let's see how we do. Ready. Quick, please. I hope my illustration gave you the example. Because when they gave us from 34,000 to 1 billion, we thought we were rich. It was in the news. But did we get rich? No. Yes. Very crazy. So I'm about to read the questions if you are ready. And the ready people are not enough. I'm going to start with the easiest. I'm going to start with what I think is the easiest to get it out of the way. I think I'm going to name them backwards. So this will be number 1, 2. The one that's going to take discussion will come last. So if you are ready, I'm reading. Okay, good. Here, let me see. We have enough numbers. Oh. Which means you people, for some of you, it's good that I started this late. I see. Some of you would have missed it. Okay. Here is the first question, by the way. I didn't even get the time to to get my answers. So I've been finding the book for the answers. But normally I write all of them out. Here's question number 1. And I don't know how I'm going to do this because I think there's a chance to copy. The first 3. Let me see how fast you bring your answers. But I'm going to say the first 3. But if there is, we think no one copied the other, we'll take 5. Let's first 2. Remember, when I take 3 here, then I add 2 more on another number. So we take 7. So let's see. Define a mentor. Define a mentor, define a mentor. Who is a mentor? Who is a mentor? I don't know how you pronounce it, but some people call them mentors. Mentor. Who is a mentor? Define. Please don't go to the dictionary. You have to go right here from what I said. According to Robert, who is a mentor? I think the key part to last question was according to Robert. According to Robert. According to Robert. So this for those of you, I think you all went to school. Remember how we were in school and they would say that follow the instructions. Follow the instructions. I have a few people who didn't follow instructions. One of them was, sorry, but that I say out your names, but I will. People who didn't follow the instructions. Moonlight was number 1. Babia, you were number 2. Janet was number 3. Omazua was number 4. The rest of you listened to what Robert said. And we took some time. And I went there for a reason, to go to that part. He said, a mentor is someone who tells you what's important and what's not important. And that's why we discussed the rich dad and the poor dad. What they saw was important and what was not important. They were both mentors, but in a different way. The other one saw the high salary was important than the big house. This one said no. So, okay. Now let's see who got it, the number, who was number 1. Now the ones who didn't get it right, you know why you didn't get it right. So, so Joram was number 1. Fred, number 2. I have a fan here, it's messing me up. Okay, then Fred, number 2. Musa Rwanga, number. So I'll take the 5 because it showed that everyone had their own way of thinking. Musa Rwanga, we'll take the 5. Number 4. Zulaika. Number 5. Sandra. Okay, I'll stop there. But I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we'll find you some data for all of you for participating. We'll see. Number 2. Question number 2. And I'll still go to my book because that's where the answer is. I didn't write it out. Ready? Do I need to ask if you are ready? I'm reading number 2. Number 2, ready? 255. I marked where the answers are, so I have to find it. But you said those words about the mentor guide. No, I used it, but there's a definition. Janet, I don't say you. I'm not saying I didn't say the words. But now you tell me, Janet, why did everyone else answer it? That's what we're describing, but there was a definition at the beginning. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, ready? Who is saying hello now? Mariam Motevi. Welcome, welcome. We moved. Janet, don't worry. We'll see how to take. We know you got it. He's a mentor, of course, is the one who guides you. But he gave a definition, and I read it twice, and you see that others got it. Okay, you are all right, but we are talking according to Robert. This is the question. I need to cut off this fan, I think. Okay, this one. You can use your own words as long as you get to the same meaning he gave us. And I repeated it a few times. He said, I think the word problem has a positive meaning. He was talking about challenges and problems, and some people prefer the positive one. And now he's saying, I think, according to him, he said, I think the word problem has a positive meaning. Why? Why does he think the word problem has a positive meaning? What did he say? Explain any way you want. Let's see. Whoever goes close to what he said will be right. And there is a big lesson there for us. When we hear problem, we run off, but maybe we shouldn't. There's something positive there. When I see the answers flow on the screen, I feel very, very happy. You know, when I feel very happy, my dad used to cry when he felt happy. When we were learning Quran a long time ago, you know, I was reading Quran when I was like 4 years. He would sit there and he would like cry. When we come to the speech day, are they still doing speech days in Uganda? They would invite him and he would sit and he saw us young people reading Quran, he would like cry, real tears. So I feel like tears when I see your answers flowing down because you are good. You are very good. You are very good, and I think Robert will be very proud to see this. You all got it. You all got it. So what do we do? What we're going to do with this one is that we're going to give everyone, because everyone got it right. So who can help me note these names on number 2? I don't know if I can take the time to. It's for all of you. All of you got number 2. Where is it? Give all, but I need to know who all is. Who can help me there? Who can help me know, or everyone who participated number 2? Hopefully I will not lose the chat. The people normally who note for me, let me scan through. Everyone got it right, and I'm very proud of you. Salma was number 1. Let me first remember, not the 5, because I know it's always important for the 5 to know who they were. So number 1 was Salma. Number 2 was Janet. Number 3 was Sandra. Number 4 was Moonlight. Right? I think I'm saying right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 was Joel. But we'll give everyone. And who is going to help me know who everyone is? Let me see. Scan through. Joram, Joe Musalwanga. Let me see if there is a new name. Frederick, Bavidia, Ziwa, Mariam Motev, Janet. I cannot. Yes, do. Just on number 2. Just not number 2. Everyone. Those names we'll communicate later, okay? So I don't take too much time. Everyone got number 2, and I'm very, very proud of you. I'm clapping. But the key word was opportunity. And I think the best answer of all of them was from Fred, I think. Because Fred explained it in detail. Let's see, he says, because within a problem lies an opportunity to create a solution which can earn you money. Remember, entrepreneur. You know, we use the terms business, entrepreneur, but actually, entrepreneur is the person who solves problems. When you hear someone says, I'm a serial entrepreneur, they're always looking for problems to solve. You see in the community, they're complaining. See how you can solve it. That's why he said this line. Let me go back to the book. He gave you a line. I don't know if you missed it. He said, let me find the line. He said, there is no scarcity of financial problems. In fact, there's one right around the corner from you, waiting to be solved. What entrepreneurs do, they look around. You look around in your community. What are people complaining about? Then get to work and solve it. He said they will throw money at you. That means they bring money because they want to solve the problem. Always think like that. People who, you see all the things that we see, Facebook, YouTube, well, how did they happen? How did they happen? So the Facebook people came up with an idea. People can communicate, can be here and have a community. Look at all the Facebook groups. Because even after Facebook itself, then they put groups of people who have the same interests. This creativity. So what we need to do is to start thinking, what's the problem around me? Do you know that is also what they call, because you can invent or you can innovate. Who knows the difference between inventing and innovating? Please, don't go into the dictionary. I want someone who knows. Fred, do you know what's the difference? Anyone, put in the chat. Because these are big lessons. Who is an inventor and who is an innovator? What's the difference? Because you can be an innovator. Let me first see if you know the difference. Who knows the difference? Don't go to the dictionary. Just use your own words. Who is an inventor and who is an innovator? What's the difference between the two? We are here to learn. Inventor and innovator. Because you can be one of those two and make money. A lot of it, actually. Innovator, maybe you want to go to the dictionary. If you want to go to the dictionary, go. But I was hoping someone knows the difference. Who is an inventor and who is an innovator? And what's the difference between the two? I mean, as you define them, you see the difference. Okay, if no one knows it off of their head, please find the difference for me. Who is inventing? You create something new. Innovator, you improve on the current. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Kathy, for that answer. Okay, let's see. Inventing brings something new. Innovating, adding value to something that's already exists. So you all tried well, but the best answers would be Fred and Zuleika. Now you look at something you are using, and you feel like, it could be better. This thing could be better. When you said this thing could be better, you are innovating. You are innovating, but if the people have a big problem in the community and you want to solve it, you can invent something new, something do it better. Okay, let's see how you did. Oh, where are you? Where? Someone is talking about something else. Inventor, not mentor. We are not on mentor. We are on inventor. Inventor is someone comes up with a new thing. Innovator is someone who improves on the current. Because I think what we are missing, we don't think like that. We still don't think like that. If we thought like that, everything you are using, when I say whatever it is, even if you didn't create it the first time, but look at how you could improve it. Especially if you are complaining. People are complaining. What are you complaining about? Go improve it. But there's a process though. We don't have the patience and all that. And let me tell you about inventors and innovators. They don't use their own money. Remember, he's been telling us about other people's money. Come up with an idea. Go to a rich person and talk to them. And say, you know what? We could do this. We could do that. People will bring the money. If they see that you're solving a problem, just go pitch it. You know, there's a whole show here in America where people come to pitch their ideas. And if the rich person likes it, They take it on. You earn maybe 50% or whatever percentage you agree on. They give it life. So please, I know you are young people, but you are young, but you are smart. Start seeing the world like that. How did they move from a car to an aeroplane? Someone was thinking this could be faster. How did they start from work? And someone, they always create something faster, something better. That's my message to you. I don't know if that was helpful. I think so. Okay, question number 3, the last one. So we are giving all, hopefully you got all the names. Kathy, send me those names when you are, I'll put here additional names. We gave all. The last question is this. Hopefully you got something there. Anywhere you go, anywhere you are, look at the things you are using. And don't think I don't have the money. There are people with the money. There are people with the money waiting to use it. Just go show them. Just online, you can even search. They are there. They can finance it. They cannot finance it and they take a percentage. Doesn't matter. It can make you a millionaire so quick. But these things don't happen so quickly. You have to take the time, understand it, test it. Okay? I just ranted there. The last question is right here. The answer is, yeah, it's actually specific. This one is specific. We'll take the first 5. First 5, let's see how we do. Are you ready? Thank you. Shark Tank. Shark Tank. So Fred, you watch Shark Tank? People come with their ideas. As long as you can convince the Shark Tank that they fight for those ideas sometimes. And all you have to do is give us the rights. Because what happens with small-minded people, when you own your thing, you want to own it, you want to control it, you don't want anyone to touch it. But what they do, they come, they give you, even if they give you 30%, if they are creating $1 million company or whatever millions, and they give you just 30%, although when you create a company, they say, assuming you have some money, don't give away your rights. Make sure you have at least 51%. 51% gives you the right to make the decisions. But you could decide, I don't care. They're giving me the million, they can control it. You can sign up for like get 30% of whatever they do. It's still you're fine, okay? It's small thinking, and I'm one of those small thinkers. Because even where I am here in America, even in this YouTube channel, there's so many opportunities around here. But I'm one of the small thinkers. I'm trying to make it bigger. Maybe I'll ask you, how can we make this big? Okay, ready? Number 3. Yes, it's good. Don't just watch it. You can create a Shark Tank in Uganda. They'll come pitch. And we got the banks. The banks will give you the money. Okay. I'm assuming you are ready to listen to number 3. But this one is specific. It's going to be specific. You cannot bring in other words. It's going to be specific. And here it goes. This was, I picked it out of a paragraph and says, in fact, I remember reading it like 3 times. Not only do most people on the left side of the quadrant pay more in personal income tax, they also do what? Okay, let me help you a little bit here. They also often unable to do what? What we're talking about is unfair. Not only do people on the left side of the quadrant pay more in personal income tax, but they are also often unable to do what? We were talking about the unfairness of the system. They pay more in taxes, personal income taxes, and they are also often unable to do what? Wow. Interesting. Okay, are you done? Okay, some of you were more specific than others, but anyone who had the tax name, the word tax, will get it. So, but I'll first pick out the ones who got it. Let's see, number one. Some of your answers came so late. So Aula was number one today. Aula, proud of you. Aula was number one. Number two was participate, tax advantage and investment. All of those of you who added the word investment, I'm clapping for you because you got it more perfectly. But anyone who saw that who had tax advantage was correct also. I mean, you didn't finish the whole sentence, but it was good. Okay, Aula, number one, Doreen. Number two, participant advantages. Yeah, Moonlight was number three. Number four, tax advantage, Sandra. Number five, tax, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Omar was number five. Now let's see what others did. Joram said unable to participate in tax advantage, yes. Zulaika participate in tax advantage, yeah, investment. I like the word, those people who added investment. Salma, I don't understand why you said benefit from them. Not only do most people on the left side of the quadrant pay more in personal taxes, oh, they're also, okay. It was half-half, Salma, because you didn't mention the tax. Mariam, they take the tax advantage. Proud of you. Mariam, you are new in the community. Frederick, next to participate in tax advantage and investment. You get it right. Fred, proud of you there. And investment, Omar, you added it later. That's good. Taxpayer advantage. Why do you put pay? Why do you put the word pay on it? Charles, why do you say pay? Why do you want to add the pay? Pay. I don't know why you put pay on it. Janet get benefit taxes. Oh, they pay. That's what you mean. Is that how he said it? Well, I don't really need to go back to the book. I think, yeah, we get it. Yeah, they don't get the benefits, the tax advantage. They participate in tax advantage. Okay, you all did well, although I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do that I can promise all of you because the book is still continuing. If I was done with the book, I would say all of you. But I have at least two more. Good job, by the way. Very, very good job. Very attentive class. Can you imagine a class that's in USA, Virginia, and is getting everywhere? The miracle of YouTube and the internet. Someone had to invent these things. Please, promise me you're going to be more curious now. Don't worry about the money. Just use the brains. You talk to a friend. You know, some of these things, they come together. They're like buddies. They talk about it. They talk about it. They talk about it until they create it. If you hear the story of Microsoft, the way Microsoft started, do you know that the story? It's like there are people who focus on something and say, we could do this, we could do that. You want to be bouncing off with someone else, okay? Create buddies, create buddies. I'm looking for, I'm trying to see what we are left with. So if I come today, you know, in your evening, and I finish there, we still have an issue. I'm not here on Thursday. I was trying to finish it so we don't have Thursday. And I think I'm going to still have that goal of finishing in your Thursday morning. That's going to be my goal. To finish it your Thursday morning. Because I'm not here. I'll be, there's a meeting I have to go to on Thursday. And I don't see how we can do it. So my intention is finished my Wednesday night, which is tomorrow. That means tomorrow. Hopefully, we can do it. So what do we do? Joram is number what? Joram is number on this one. Oh, Joram didn't get a number, didn't get to 5. Let's see. I'll read them again. I have Aula number 1, Dory number 2, Moonlight number 3, Sandra number 4, Oma number 5. So Joram, I don't know. Let's see where you are. If Oma was number 5, that means Joram is number 6. That's what I see. And you know I care about all of you. I asked you to get investors, you didn't bring. I want to give all of you. But I'll give all of you on question number 2. Okay. Anyone who wants to say anything, say it now. My intention, who are recording videos? Videos. Fred, we need you back on camera. We are more confident now. Come back. We miss you. That first video you did, I was recording videos, people. We need to add on the list. I need to have, yesterday we added Isaac, Kathy, Aula, Ziwa, and Fred. Do you want to come again? Yes? Mariam Mutebi, will you record a video? Joram, you won. You don't want to miss a single number. You won on 2. You should be okay. You should be happy and grateful. I haven't talked about happy and grateful. Who wants to record? I have Mariam. Do you want to record a video? All you have to say is, my name is Mariam Mutebi in Uganda, East Africa. I've started watching these videos. It's not about this book, please. Don't mix it up. We are not talking Cashflow Quadrant. So no, we are not talking Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's just this one. I started watching it, and this is the main point. You listen, the few points, something you didn't know until you come here, and then you say, this is what I'm going to take action on. So if you're not planning to take action, please don't come in the videos. You have to come when you are really picked out something you're going to take seriously. Even if it's just paying yourself first, invest some money. Even if you get a container in your house and put in some money, you have to take action. Or this time is not worth it. We are putting a lot of time and effort. Please change your lives. Even if what you took out was knowing the difference between what I just said here, invest and, but he didn't say it. He just said problems are all around you. So invent, and create a product or a service. Okay, are you going to record? Okay. Bye-bye, Musa Rwanga. Musa Rwanga, you didn't win today. Are you anywhere? Yeah, you are there on number 1. And of course, number 2 was for everyone. Okay, good. Those going to work, you can go. But please, participate in the videos. Mariam, will you record? I was pitching to you to record. Janet, will you record? Let's see. Fred, will you record? Salma, will you record? The rest already said they'll record. Let's see. Kathy said you'll record. Like, yes. I want some more people. Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you all. But I was hoping Mariam would say she will record, and Musa Longa didn't even ask. Okay. Are you responding? You can respond to me through WhatsApp. And because we want at least, I help with the recording of the video. You text me, Joram, if you have the time now, I was looking for you yesterday, you are gone. If you have time now, let's communicate. Oh, no, you have to communicate with me on WhatsApp. We decide. You have to, the video has to be recorded by Friday. Let us Saturday, but Friday your time. So when we finish this book, Thursday and Friday, we're going to be getting videos in, not long videos, less than 3 minutes. So Mariam Mutebi, I'm adding you on the list. But we need more people. Salma, will you record? Janet, will you record? Okay, Joram, are you still on? I need you on WhatsApp if you want. And even you, Mariam, if you want to communicate with me, I'm still awake. Although it's 1:30 a.m. here. Anyone who wants to communicate on WhatsApp, come on WhatsApp. Anyone who wants Zoom, I can put on Zoom for you for like 30 minutes. Anyone who wants to see inside, if you want to see Cashflow Quadrant, no. Partner with Anthony. Anyone who wants to start affiliate marketing, I can share with you on Zoom, like what we do. And anyone or no? Because I'm cutting this off. Okay, those of you who come and watch this later, it's a family thing. They are in the chat. I'm right here. We communicate. We read the book. We discuss. We answer questions. We win some money. That's what we do. But I added in extra of these because we have to finish this book. We have to. I gave myself a deadline of Thursday, and by Sunday we do finale of this book, and then we'll see what to do. We plan more stuff next year. Okay. Anyone wants to say something? I'm cutting this down. Show up in my phone on WhatsApp. I still have things to deal with, but it's 1:30 a.m. here, by the way. I'm in Virginia, USA. Thank you all. We meet again in the evening, or your time, the normal time, 6 p.m. for Uganda. Malaysia would be 11. I'm so sorry. We show up late, but there are other things to finish first. Okay? Bye-bye.